Imagine your morning beginning beneath a pink sky. The sun rises weaker and smaller than it does on Earth, casting a pale glow across a silent red desert. There are no trees, no birds, no sound of life. Only the hum of your oxygen gear and your heartbeat echoing inside your helmet. This is your new home, Mars. Mars is beautiful, but deadly. Its surface is frozen, dry, and filled with dust that can destroy electronics like tiny blades. Yet it has become humanity's greatest dream, a second home, a backup planet, a new world. But what would really happen if people lived there permanently? Could humans survive, or slowly fade away? The first problem hits immediately: the air. Mars has almost no oxygen, only carbon dioxide. Breathing outside without a suit would kill you in less than a minute. Your lungs would fill with toxic gas, the pressure would collapse your blood vessels, and your body would begin to boil from the inside out. So every living space must be sealed tight, like a giant balloon filled with artificial air. Inside your habitat, there are no open windows. Oxygen must be created using machines like the device called MOXIE, which is designed to turn carbon dioxide into breathable air. If these machines fail, everyone inside suffocates. On Mars, even air is technology. Water is just as precious. Mars looks dry, but beneath the red soil, thick layers of ice are hidden. Colonies would dig, melt, and purify that ice for drinking, cooking, and growing food. Every drop matters. Even sweat and breath are captured and recycled back into water. Nothing is wasted. Food becomes a daily challenge. Mars has no real soil, no rain, and no natural farming. Plants would grow under glass domes with artificial light and controlled heat. People would eat hydroponic vegetables, powdered meals, insects for protein, and lab-grown meat. Real chocolate or a cheeseburger might be a rare celebration. And then there is gravity. Mars has only 38% of Earth's gravity. You would feel lighter. You could jump higher and lift heavy objects easily. But over time, your muscles would shrink and your bones would weaken. After a few years, you might never walk normally on Earth again. Mars changes the human body forever. Weather on Mars is harsh. The average temperature is colder than Antarctica. At night, it can drop to -80 degrees Fahrenheit. And then there are dust storms. Some are so large they cover the entire planet for months, blocking sunlight and turning the sky dark red. You would hear sand hitting the walls like a constant storm. But the most dangerous threat is invisible: radiation. Mars has no thick atmosphere and no magnetic shield to block cosmic rays. Without protection, cells begin to break, DNA mutates, and the risk of cancer becomes dangerously high. Humans would need heavy shielding just to live. So colonies might be built underground or covered in thick layers of Martian soil. Imagine entire cities carved into rock, with glowing tunnels, farm rooms, labs, and sleeping quarters. The real Mars might feel more like a deep underground bunker than a planet. Communication with Earth becomes emotional. A message traveling between planets can take up to 22 minutes to reach the other side. Nothing feels instant. No video calls, no fast conversations. Birthdays, news, celebrations, and emergencies would all feel far away. Mars is distance you can feel in your heart. Money becomes almost meaningless. You cannot buy survival. You must earn it. Every person has a job that keeps the colony alive. Engineers, medical teams, farmers, scientists, mechanics. If one system breaks, everyone pays the price. Survival becomes teamwork. The sky is red. The ground is red. Every day looks the same. No blue sky, no clouds, no oceans. Children born on Mars would never know the sound of waves or the smell of rain. Over generations, their bodies might evolve differently: lighter bones, different muscles, perhaps even different lungs. They might become a new kind of human. At night, settlers might walk outside in their suits and look up. Against the black sky, a tiny blue star shines. Their birthplace, now just a small dot. Some might feel proud, others might feel lonely. Mars could feel like freedom, or exile. But there is a dream called terraforming. It means changing Mars itself. Heating the planet, melting the ice, thickening the atmosphere, and planting microbes that produce oxygen. It could take hundreds, or even thousands of years. But imagine the first green plant growing in Martian soil, the first river, the first forest. But Mars also gives humanity something Earth lost, a fresh start. No nations, no wars, no broken systems. A society built from zero, powered by clean energy, new rules, and smarter decisions. A world where humans work together, because survival demands it. Explorers may discover something incredible: life. Not green aliens, but tiny microbes frozen in the soil or trapped in underground ice. If Mars once had oceans, rivers, and rain, life might have existed long before humans. The discovery would change science forever. But there is danger in that discovery too. If humans bring Earth bacteria to Mars, it could wipe out Martian life before we ever study it. Would we be explorers or invaders? Colonizing Mars comes with moral questions that humanity has never faced before. If Mars becomes a permanent home, humans could split into two civilizations. Earthlings and Martians, two cultures, two environments, perhaps two different bodies. One day, Martian-born humans might not be able to live on Earth at all. They would be a new kind of human. So here is the final question. If you had the chance, would you go? Would you leave family, oceans, forests, rain, and blue skies behind? Would you trade your world for a silent red planet, a dangerous, cold, but full of possibility? Maybe Mars is the next chapter of humanity, or maybe Mars is a reminder of how precious Earth already is.